shocked by the handshake of President William Ruto and Gideon Moi. For those who remember very well, Ruto tried to go and visit President Moi before he died. But Gideon Moi literally refused. Nobody was supposed to visit Moi in the name of President William Ruto, or by then Deputy President William Ruto. He was literally isolated. So if there is antagonism that we need in this country, it is between Gideon Moi and William Ruto. I remember one time, one of the leaders from Kericho was actually nominated to become a member of the cabinet in the name of a cabinet secretary. I think by then it was Charles Keter. So Aaron Cheriot was the one sponsored by URP. Gideon Moi had his own party, the KANU one, and brought his candidate. Kulikuwa na kivumbi pale Kericho. So it was clear by that time that there was antagonism seriously in the Rift Valley region. And that was staged by President William Ruto and of course that one of Gideon Moi. So these two people have been antagonists. Now when they came together and said hi to each other at State House, it was a shock for everyone because people were asking. Gideon Moi comes from a wealthy family. His father has been a president for this country for 24 years. He's himself very wealthy. Was he really going to look for money from Ruto? No. Even if he was paid, I don't think money was something big for him. He comes from a very powerful family. These are people, once you are rich in this country, then you have a big say. So it is not about power. These people are very powerful. Ladies and gentlemen, Gideon Moi has support within his county. Baringo County, he has huge support. There are various Kalenjins across the country who are literally KANU members. You cannot get them out of KANU. Wazee fulani ni KANU, pendo sipenda, hata vijana. Then now the big question is, why did Gideon Moi decide to quit the senatorial race and eventually have an handshake with William Ruto? That is what I want to take you through here on this particular channel. But before I do so, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mkwa Times, I kindly want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, to subscribe. My number is always here for those who want to reach out to me, support the channel, feel free to do so. I've started what you call live interviews with my fans. Get my number here, talk to me and tell me you are okay to participate. I will include you in one of my conversations live on YouTube. Let me dive into this topic without wasting of time. Ladies and gentlemen, reason number one, William Ruto was protecting his image. Protecting his image. If you never knew, me here on this channel, I receive calls from Baringo. I am telling you, the ground was shifting towards Gideon Moi's side, and the current UDA senatorial candidate could not beat Gideon Moi at the race. Moi was winning. So William Ruto knew very well that if Gideon Moi wins, it was an indication that he's losing the control of the Kalenjin region. Starting from there, first of all, losing the Kalenjin support. Second, is losing home. Like, people could be saying that now that Gideon Moi has beaten William Ruto in his home. So William Ruto is weak. Even Kalenjins have left him. A perception that could have been created, which is very dangerous for William Ruto in relation to 2027. People could go to the race knowing William Ruto is weak. So he had to protect his image by talking to Gideon Moi to drop his bid. Basically, that's what happened. To protect his image. He did not want to look like he has failed. No. Number two, as we speak today, we all know that William Ruto had a handshake with Buzeki. Bundotich, Zedekaya, Kiprotich. Buzeki. Buzeki is a billionaire from Uasin County. Whenever he goes for a race, the gubernatorial race, he always garners a huge amount of votes. Hundreds of thousands. Recently, he joined the UDA. A man who never wanted anything to do with UDA. Now, going to Gideon Moi, it's a confirmation that William Ruto wants to consolidate the Kalenjin votes 100% on his side, so that he does not lose even 100,000 from that region, because he knows every voter matters. Every vote for him is important because he's looking for numbers. So one of the ways that William Ruto has to get numbers to consolidate first his home, and Gideon Moi, if he could have staged some antagonism, there's a likelihood that he could have taken some votes from him. But he has already consolidated his region now. Now it is sealed. Gideon Moi was the topmost. Tell me any other person who can come up. Isaac Ruto? No. All these others, lazima wafuate mkondo. Gideon Moi ndiye alikuwa uko juu kabisa. So William Ruto had the idea of going to consolidate first his home. That is done and dusted. Secondly, it was in relation to the Kalenjin succession. After 2027, if he wins, in 2032 he needs to hand over the leadership of the Kalenjin region. And as a result, William Ruto needs to prepare someone. I'm convinced that he has tried to convince people to support Murkomen, but Murkomen is not attracting support completely. Murkomen is not attracting support. So it is Gideon Moi, kwa sababu amejaribu, shida za Moi kidogo zimemtoka, kwa sababu we have had three presidents ever since Moi left. So in a nutshell, Gideon Moi is fresh enough to take over the mantle. And if Gideon Moi comes on board, then that means the Kalenjin community is going to still be very united. They are going to be a formidable team, or maybe a formidable bloc in every general election. It's going to be like Mount Kenya, Musipochunga. It's going to be like Mount Kenya, in that if someone has to win an election, they have to watch and see what the Kalenjin community is saying. It's going to happen, because if they manage to consolidate the 3 million votes they have, you'll see kura ya kuchukulia mchezo, whether they have a presidential candidate or not. Ladies and gentlemen, the other reason as to why these people went together, it's also because of the big fish protection. We know these families, once they establish their businesses here and there, eventually they want also to come together and protect themselves from any form of attack to their business or even attack to their wealth. So this is a game of big fish. Go for your brother. I'm wondering, he was with Uru the other day. Now he was with Gideon Moi. He has been with Raila Amolo Odinga. Who knows who is next? Big fish game. Lastly, this is Ruto's method. We saw what he did at Banisa constituency. At Banisa, William Ruto literally went for the candidate of DCP, who is actually, that guy I was told he was very wealthy. Very wealthy. But he went for him to step down and give the UDA ticket person a free run. I think he's going to be the the member of parliament of Banisa, as early as possible. So far, no competition. No serious competition. So that is William Ruto's method. I don't know what is your take, but those are a few things I felt like made William Ruto to literally go for Gideon Moi. See you next time for more videos. My name is Abdul Mukwa.